What's up, everybody? We are in the shed today and we're going to be doing some maintenance because it snowed yet again and it's time to sharpen up the reel on the Hudson Star. I haven't done it yet. We're going to do some back lapping on that today and I'll kind of show you some of the higher points of this mower and get it ready to cut as soon as the snow melts again. So let's jump right in. So for those of you that don't know, this is my Hudson Star greens mower. I got it last fall, and I have been bringing up the baby bent grass with it. And I've been mowing at about a 1/16 of an inch for the last, I don't know, month or so as we've kind of come into the springtime. I absolutely love this thing. It cuts so well, it stripes so well. It kind of does everything that you would want it to do. Only without any noise, and for the most part we're talking about something that requires very little maintenance as well. Right now I'm just taking off the handle to make it a little bit easier for me. 2 screws to take that off, nothing to it. We're just kind of down to the main body here. I want to show you how this works and why it works so well. This whole system is gear driven. The gearbox is on this opposite side. I'll turn it around in a second. It has one touch height adjustment. This right here lowers the reel, this raises it, and all that's really happening is it's changing the pitch of the roller on the front. And now you can see, I'm going to bring this up just a little bit more, how fast this spins. So it drives off these 2 drums which oscillate, and no matter which one's spinning, it'll always spin the reel. So the gear runs through these back rollers and gets this thing moving. It's super functional. It works extremely well, and today is just going to be the simple task of changing the height of the reel, giving it a little adjustment right here, setting that down back onto the bed knife, because see right now there's no contact whatsoever. So we're going to change that and then back lap this whole thing and get it shiny. If you're unaware, these mowers are made in Indiana, made in the US, ship really, really quickly, and the Hudson family is just fantastic to work with. So now you can see the double gear set that drives this thing. So it has 2 different gears to give this thing the motion to spin it. So it's reducing it here, and that's what's allowing this thing to spin so fast. So what we're going to do is use this handle. It goes on right back here, put a screw through here, and that's going to be what turns this when I lift it up. It also came with a bar to get the reel or the roller up off the back so that it can spin freely when we're doing this. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to use this included bar, and it's meant to go up under the back here and sort of hoist the whole thing up so you can get these off the ground. That way it's easier to spin. So I'm going to do that. And what I've done here is on the workbench itself, I have it's screwed down through the top, and so I'm actually going to just undo one of the screws and set my bar in here so I can mount it to keep it stable. So it'll sit in here when I put the mower on top of it, and I'll be able to spin this thing and show you guys all of that. Let's go ahead and get this handle on here. Again, this all came with the kit. So we're going to set this, just simple as this, and then it's got this screw that came with it as well. So it'll hold it in place while we're doing this. And that just kind of slips in here like this. Get that thing all set up. we go like that. I can go in reverse, I can go forward, and I can just do it ever so gently like this. So easy. So the next thing I need to do is just a quick height adjustment here to the reel. And you do that just simply by turning these bolts right here, and that adjusts the height down to make contact. So see right now it's stuck, and you can actually see the movement here. It's just very small turns to get it where you need to go. And this is on both sides, it has to happen. So you do it evenly to make sure that you've got contact on both sides. We'll do just a quick height adjustment here. So I want it to get contact on the bed knife. So now's the fun part. We're just going to take this grinding compound and we're just going to go and just sort of brush this across and then keep rolling it backwards, just like this. Well, that's pretty much that for this guy. I can't go run it out on the hose to wash everything off right now because it's frozen outside. But I'm anxious to get it back out onto the green, and I'll probably run the pressure washer over this, just get everything all kind of cleaned and ready. But I got the blade feeling good up against the bed knife. It's cutting everything, cutting clean on the paper. I actually think that I probably need to be doing this a little more often since this is actually the first time. Given how much I had to grind off, this is probably something I'm going to do either every week, probably every week with the amount that I'm cutting, and just make sure that I can keep my reel in good shape, because the last thing you want to be doing is having to replace these things and spending the extra money on it. And really, it would do me good to just make sure that I'm staying up on the maintenance of my equipment, because they're not cheap and you need to cut it precise. And since I'm in this sort of growth or mow training part of my golf green right now, this is going to be super important to make sure that the equipment is running exactly the way it's supposed to. So that'll be me really remembering to just make sure I do this, make sure I stay up on it, make sure I stay up on the maintenance, and that way this thing can last me a very, very, very long time. And I suppose that's the goal with any piece of equipment. Make sure you take the time to care for it, because it's doing so much work for you week over week, day over day, if you have a green. And that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys found this interesting. Kind of a fun thing to do for my first time backlapping this piece of equipment. And stay tuned, because there's a lot more fun grass stuff coming up. Talk to you guys real soon. See ya.